Judge, I would like to first ask Mr. Cameron Johnson to address the court.
Certainly. May I have Mr. Johnson come on up? Mr. Johnson, if you'd like to come to the lectern, please. Sir, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. I'd love to hear any comments that you'd like to make.
Your Honor, thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank you and all the attorneys that are involved for all of your hard work and dedication to this case. My name is Cameron Johnson, and I am the only child of the victim, Corry Fausett, who was killed on January 6, 2024, and the defendant, Melissa Johnson-Fausett. Due to the circumstances surrounding the events on January 6th, I have essentially lost both of my parents, and I stand here today completely alone and without any immediate family support. As an only child, my entire world revolved around my parents, whom I love very deeply. The three of us as a family is all I've ever known. Since my father's death, I've had to take on responsibilities for every aspect of what followed. This included managing all of his financial affairs, handling legal and administrative matters, addressing outstanding obligations, and carrying out the practical responsibilities that remained after his passing. I have done all of this entirely on my own, without any assistance from relatives or any other source of family support. I've worked continuously to ensure that everything connected to my father's legacy and estate has been handled responsibly and diligently. It has been my duty as his only child to make sure nothing has been neglected, despite the emotional, psychological, and financial strain this has placed upon me. The weight of carrying out these responsibilities alone has been overwhelming at times, but I've continued to meet them because there was no one else to do so. As an only child, the isolation has been profound. There's been no shared burden, no family to rely on, and no one to help absorb the emotional and mundane consequences of what occurred. This has left me with a deep and lasting sense of abandonment. Because so much of my energy has been devoted to managing responsibilities and simply continuing forward, I do not feel that I have truly had the opportunity to fully grieve my father's death. Much of the experience has felt surreal, as though I have been forced into a state of constant responsibility and survival mode before fully processing the reality of the loss itself. The impact of these events is permanent and life-altering. I struggle daily with the loss of both of my parents, which has fundamentally changed nearly every aspect of my life and sense of stability. I suffer from severe anxiety, PTSD, psychological trauma, chronic stress, and hypervigilance due to the blood and bullet holes I witnessed in my home after the police allowed me inside. The smells and images are permanently etched into my memory. In addition to the emotional and psychological impact, the financial strain has made even ordinary daily functioning significantly more difficult. I've had to personally manage and pay thousands of dollars for all ongoing property obligations I was forced to assume to prevent loss of the home, along with probate and legal fees to manage my father's estate and resolve legal affairs, medical bills, taxes, and biohazard cleanup bill that alone totaled out to cost $36,288 without anyone to share these burdens with. This experience has also affected my relationships and my ability to connect with others. I often feel that what I have lived through is difficult for people to fully understand, which has contributed further to my sense of isolation. I have experienced the lasting loss of my family, my sense of security, my home as a safe haven, and the foundation of life I once knew and cherished. Despite all of this, I have found strength within myself to carry on. I have been abandoned and left to navigate a permanent loss and profound absence. And I have done so with consistency, responsibility, and resilience in circumstances that I wouldn't wish upon anyone. I am determined to honor my parents' memory by facing each day with courage and hope for the future. Thank you for your time.
Mr. Fausett, a couple of comments, if you would do me that courtesy. Sir, I would never disrespect you by saying that I understood even a small portion of what you've been through, because I don't. But what I can tell you is that what you've shown me today is that impressive, amazing level of resilience. And I wanted to tell you how sorry I am for your loss, not only of your father, but of your mother, as you indicated very, very thoughtfully in your comments. And I can only wish you peace moving forward, and my hope is that this process has, by it ending today, to a certain extent, it might allow you some of that time that you've spoken so eloquently about in terms of furthering your healing. And I wanted to tell you thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Thomas?
Sabrina Smith for the family member.
Wonderful. Ms. Smith? Ms. Smith, good afternoon. My name is Judge Denise Porter. I'm happy to hear from you today.
Thank you. And Your Honor, I'm Brock Best, counsel for crime victim representatives.
Thank you so much, Mr. Best. I'll go ahead and take the photo, and then if you would like to stand with your client, you're welcome to. I'll return this when you're done speaking. The time is yours, ma'am.
Your Honor, my name is Sabrina, and I speak on behalf of my entire family. Corry was my uncle. It's been over 2 years, and yet we still struggle with how someone could take the life of a man so deeply devoted to those he loved. Corry was not perfect, but he was good. He was patient, loyal, and always showed up for his family, even when it was difficult. What happened didn't just take his life, it changed all of ours. In many ways, it feels like we've lost him twice. Years before his death, there were barriers placed between Corry and us by the defendant. We felt our time slipping away with him. We missed the normal family moments, holidays, gatherings, milestones. He was still alive, but we felt like we were losing him because his presence was limited, discouraged. Those lost years of connection are part of our grief, even before we lost him forever. Despite that, Corry still tried. He would come to family events, even under pressure. That was his quiet way of saying, I still love you. Those moments meant everything, but now there are no more. We lost him completely, and that void cannot be filled. Since his death, we have been living with a grief that does not fade. It appears in every quiet moment, in every empty chair, in every gathering where his laugh is missing. His absence has left us not only emotionally shattered, but also financially burdened. It's a weight we feel every single day. Our family also lives with a deep fear of what could happen if the defendant is released in just a few short years. That fear has added another layer of anxiety and emotional distress to an already devastating loss. Instead of feeling peace or closure, we continue to live with uncertainty and worry about the future. More than anything, though, we miss him. His laugh, his warmth, his way of making others feel important. Corry didn't deserve what happened, and we will carry his loss forever. We ask you to consider the full weight. The life that was taken, the years we lost before, and the lasting pain we live with. We cannot move on from this. We carry it every day. Thank you. Fausett family.
Ma'am, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today, for the written comments, for your thoughtful approach to this. Understand that I will say the same thing to you, that I can't possibly understand the loss you're going through, and sadly nothing that the criminal justice system can do can fix this, because we can't bring him back. But what I can do is let you know that I, along with every single person that I have the pleasure of working with, take this with the highest level of importance, and I will continue to do so. And I wish you also nothing but peace and good memories of your time with your loved one.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then counsel, let me go ahead and return this wonderful photo to you.